Hello, welcome to Prime Investor. Today we are going to look at a small charge that's going to be taxed on your mutual fund purchases in the form of tax duty. So let's just dive into what exactly it is and what it means for you. So why did the stamp duty first of all come in suddenly? Actually, it's not a sudden event. It was already, proposed in Finance Act 2019, and there was an amendment made to the Indian Stamp Duty Act. As you all know, your properties and other assets are subject to stamp duty, and so are stock market transactions and commodities and so on. But they were being done at different rates. So this was an effort to make it all uniform and tax across, and therefore mutual fund units are also included in it. It was originally proposed to start from the beginning of 2020 and then it got postponed to 1st July. So effective 1st July 2020, there'll be a small charge on the purchases or switches that you make on your mutual fund units. Let's first understand, where it's applicable. It's applicable for all your mutual funds, and that also means it's applicable for ETFs. And whether it's in physical or demat form, you'll have it. Also, even if you're having triggers, sometimes you buy at certain price points as an automated trigger, it will apply there also. It will apply for all your dividend reinvestments. It will apply for your switch-ins as well. And if units are transferred from one demat account to another, it will attract stamp duty too, except where units are moved from your broker account to investor account, especially if you hold it in demat form, there it will not be applicable. And remember, this is not when you sell. So it's not on transactions where you redeem or sell. It's only at the time of your buying or when you're switching in or when you're reinvesting in the form of dividend. So like I said, it will be therefore available for all SIPs. Even if you had registered your SIPs earlier and they are running, from the SIPs effective 1st July, you will have a stamp duty on them, and then switch-ins too. And dividend reinvestment too will suffer. What will be the rate? The rate will be 0.005% for all sorts of purchases and switch-ins, and 0.015% where we spoke of transfers between demat accounts. How will the units be allotted to you? So essentially, if you're investing, say, 1 lakh, 0.005% is about 5 rupees. So you'll only have 99,995 rupees invested. So your units will be allotted on 99,995 and not on the full 1 lakh. Sounds a little like, the way you put your insurance policy premium, right? Actually, it's more like an entry load. In the days when we had entry load, this is how it was. Your investment amount, will see a deduction in the form of entry load, and then you'll have the units allotted on the rest. The same is going to happen now. The big question is whether this is really going to impact you. Not really. To understand this, you have to look at the quantum of the amount that is charged. It's very, very small, and unless it is a large investment that you're making, like a few crores and so on, then it might start to impact you. And if it's for a very short period, like 2 days and 3 days and so on, it might impact you. I've just taken an illustration from an AMC just to kind of drive the point. Here you'll see that for about 1 crore, there's 500 less, and the rest has been invested, assuming a 3% return. So if you just held this for 1 day and exited, then you are actually seeing an annualized impact. Remember, the last column here is just an annualized impact, not your absolute impact. The annualized impact is about 1.83, and as you see, once it reaches about 3 months, the impact is almost nil. You're closer to the actual return. So essentially, it means either if you invest a very large sum, like corporates tend to do, the treasury money of companies and so on, or if you're holding for a very short period, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, it will have somewhat of an effect. Otherwise, the impact is very, very marginal. Essentially, it means it's just an operational issue. What you need to know is not the entire amount you invest will be allotted units. You will have a small deduction in the form of stamp duty. That's it from us.